I think that's all I had to do. And we're back, I think. I think we're back.
Are we?
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah. So, that sucked that I had to do that, but everybody was saying it's really bad, really bad. So, now, I have a new... I gotta switch this out, yeah. Oh, thank you, interwebs. All right, so I gotta close that, and I gotta do this. Tell us another joke there, Russ, while I fix this.
Oh, okay. Oh, my bank keeps calling me and giving me compliments.
Uh-huh.
Every day.
Yeah.
They tell me I have outstanding balance.
Uh-huh. Outstanding balance.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, in order to get the live chat to be correct, because it didn't just pick up. It doesn't do that anymore, apparently. It started a new damn stream. So now, that should be correct. Great. Now we have 7 viewers. Thank you, 7 viewers.
Yep.
That's all right. Doesn't hurt my feelings at all. Hopefully that'll be a little bit better. Are we good? We back?
Yep.
It's
Everyone
fixed?
says all better. Yep.
But now it'll list it as two separate streams on my channel?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, great. That's wonderful. Yay, YouTube. You suck. All right.
Jimmy, all good now, but the jokes are still bad.
Jokes are still bad. All right, we're going to have to restart it. Let's restart the Russ. All right. So now, I'm going to be on the same call. Stand by.
To put me in the tires and roll me down the hills?
No.
Those were the good years.
That's pretty good. So nope. Okay, so no. All right. Now it's f***ing Skype.
Oh no.
I think I hate everything and everyone.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Oh man, why? Oh.
Huh. What the heck?
Ken Dorbeck says 1 stream for each person. All right. Hey, when you see me floundering like this, it's the job of the co-host to kind of pick up the slack, or you can just sit there and drink shit. That's fine. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do, Russ. That's all right. I would do it for you. I would do it for you, but all right.
One more joke.
Yeah.
My wife told me to quit acting like a flamingo, so I had to put my foot down.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Ken.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, your jokes are just so...
Ken's here. I did it. Somehow I figured it out. Oh, but now Russ is gone.
No.
Russ, are you there, bud?
I'm here.
But Ken's gone. Ken?
This is so much fun.
Isn't it the best? Wait, why do you keep switching? Why does it do that?
Dude.
Are you guys messing with me?
No, I'm not.
No.
Did you plan this?
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No,
Max Air 420 says this stream sucks. You're right, Max Air.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Wow. And Ken's audio is poopy.
Ken,
What
you look
the
pretty
hell?
sober. What's going on?
Oh, yeah, I know. I am so sober.
Why is it doing this to me? This is not funny. All right, I'm going to restart Skype. I'll call everyone back.
Okay.
Okay, bye. Oh, all right. You know, I got to tell you, I really enjoy doing this live stream. I do. When it's firing on all cylinders. When I have to deal with the shortcomings of others, namely services, internets, and all that. That's when I get upset. But you know, I've learned over hundreds of shows that there's nothing I can do about it. So why have a stroke? Why? I don't need to have a stroke. Nope. And you knuckleheads like it when the train comes off the tracks. Well, I refuse to get upset about it. I refuse. I refuse. Great. I love that noise. It's not buffering now. Of course not. Russ.
I'm here.
He's here. Okay. Now, don't touch anything. Let's bring in Ken. All right. Skype had to go and change everything. All right. And now...
There we go.
Hey!
All right.
Fantastic. All right. We're all here. Oh, man. You know what I think? I need an emergency Raz. Let's just go ahead and hop in. Let's hop into the emergency Raz chamber. Ken, you've been here before. Russ, have you ever been here in the Raz chamber before? Have you?
I don't think that's gonna help. That's probably gonna mess you up again.
What
No. It's like therapy for him. When he does this, it's his therapy.
I've thrown
That's
in
true.
a little bit of
He needs
Adderall into the Raz tonight.
Yes, that is the successful method.
that will fix things. Now, there's no rules, of course, in here. You can wear what you want. It's clearly
Russ,
you can see.
Stop touching my leg, Russ.
One of Ken's testicles is hanging out from his banana hammock. But there is one suggestion, and one strong suggestion. What is that, Russ?
Try as much as you can not to fart.
Please, refrain from farting in the Raz chamber. Now enjoy. Look, Mama Drone. What the hell is wrong with you, Look, Mama Drone? We just said. Oh, he was diving for Adderall. Okay. Ken, welcome to the stream.
Thanks for having me, man.
What's left of it, anyway. So you are in Vegas.
Yes.
Okay. And you're at CES, and man, it's drones akimbo. It's all about drones. It's drones 2023. How many companies, how many drones have you seen, buddy?
One.
What?
One single drone.
What's going
One singular company that we see, and I mean, we put in, today I walked 8 miles of convention floor, like back and forth all around 2 convention centers, and we saw one drone company. I didn't even see submersibles, like, you know how they have like Gladius and all that.
Chasing, yeah.
Didn't see chasing, didn't see that. I mean, maybe they're there. I saw a submersible pool vacuum cleaner. I got a cool tattoo.
Oh,
Yeah. Cool.
very good. Yeah.
Why
do you think that is? Is it because everybody's afraid of remote ID?
I don't know. I just think that a lot of companies are shrinking in size as far as, producing products. And I think a remote ID has a lot to do with that, right? Because who wants to invest millions of dollars into development and to try to catch up to like the companies that are already in the space right now that have such a chokehold on the market? Like obviously DJI has got such a huge chokehold. It takes a lot of research and development. And I think that companies are afraid to be outpaced by the existing technology and the existing companies that are there. That's what I think the problem is. It's not like it was 2-3 years ago where there was an abundance of manufacturers. I mean, it's Altel is it. That was literally it for the show.
Wow.
Very depressing.
So do you think people are just going to kind of wait and see what happens with all this and how it shakes out?
Yeah, I think it's a wait and see right now. With remote ID, as we get closer to the date that it becomes, more real for the pilots. Right now it's real for the manufacturers, but being real for a manufacturer and being real for a pilot is 2 different things, because the people that buy the products, are different. But we're actually seeing it right now because these companies could be afraid to produce something new. Skydio was there. I couldn't tell you where their booth was, but I know they were at the event because they did win an award for their drone, but I have no idea where their booth was. I couldn't even locate it. So, yeah, very disappointing though. From a drone perspective, from technology perspective, if you're into anything else like AI or virtual reality, I mean, it's a fantastic event. which none of that I'm really into. Although I did play with some VR today. Man, I tell you what, I'm a hell of a good quarterback.
Oh, are you? Are you?
I'm
Nice.
good.
As the train comes near my house, and I'll have to mute my microphone, Russ, tell everybody how you feel about all this.
About
Just about the whole mood of the drone community now with all this remote ID hanging over our heads and people reluctant and people commenting on videos saying, I'm selling all my drones, I'm out, all that kind of stuff.
I'm offended by that.
Me too.
Accent.
The accent?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Anyway, that's another story.
Yeah.
I think that lack of information makes people prejudiced towards a lot of things. And I know, yeah, it's definitely going to be kind of a sore issue for a lot of people, and people are going to quit the hobby. But what I recommend to anybody that gets over the top about it, I'm like, everything looks bad up front. Everything looks like it's going to be the end of the world because you don't know. You have these expectations. Oh, this is it. This is the end. But actually, when you get through it, and after it's gone through, and people start to see, oh, you know what? This isn't that bad. Tim McGee, he's been following my channel since day one. He watched my very first video, day one, and I pinned it on my last video. And his thing was, God, no, I can't even remember what he put. But go look at my last video, and see what Tim McGee said on there. It's pinned at the top of the comments.
So you're saying people are panicking?
People are panicking, definitely, on my channel anyway, and I think because I do a lot of the remote ID stuff, and I like to talk about it because it does get the engagement, and people are fired up about it, and they're just, people are like, it's not that they're scared, but they're like, oh my God, I just got into this hobby, or should I even buy a drone? Do I even bother getting a drone? Yeah. Get a drone, because the normal person isn't even going to know what remote ID is. They're not going to, I'm going to look up remote ID. Now I'm going to download this app. And that's what Tim said. The normal, average, everyday Gen Pop is not going to know they see a drone. They're not going to go, I got to download this app and find out who's flying this drone so I can go rob them. It's going to be a very limited number of people that know exactly what's actually going on and how to find that drone, how to find that information. And the first thing, they have to be interested in it, or they have to care. Most people aren't going to give a crap. You know what I mean? And yeah, there might be some nefarious people out there that want to steal your drone, or there might be some Karens out there, but
I think that's the problem for people that are just getting into drones now. They hear all of the OGs saying, oh, this and that, and
yeah,
it's an inconvenience, because we all remember, everybody watching remembers the Wild West 2014, 2015, before you could do anything you want with a drone. You could land on the White House roof, no problem. But
yeah, that's right.
Ken, your thoughts? You look like you have some.
I think, so Russ's point, we talk about it a lot. We sort of create, we create panic of things because we talk about it. And a lot of the people that are, in the hobby, or, they typically follow somebody. And the more we talk about it and the more we don't de-escalate that panic, the more it becomes an issue. But I think, like I said, the real problem is the manufacturers, because a lot of the manufacturers didn't really get themselves compliant. That's the reason why we're not seeing more from the industry from a hobbyist perspective. But something else to keep in mind, and a lot of people think the industry is dying, the hobby is dying. The hobby may be dying a little bit, but the industry as a whole is not. It's shifting towards a commercial realm. It's becoming a business, and that's what I don't think, hobbyists, they don't really understand that, because it's no longer a hobby. This is something that enterprise companies, you see it from Amazon, you see it from Walmart. They're using this for delivery. They're using this for enterprise. It's becoming something that is being used professionally, and it's taking some of that win, some of that sale from the hobbyist side, the fun side. It's going away because guess what? These major companies are cutting huge checks, large POs that will far outweigh any consumer product or however many sales that any one of us could offer a DJI or an Autel. The reason why we see so many consumer products being pumped out from DJI and such an effort from DJI is because they have so many restrictions put on them from an enterprise level. The only thing they have left for America is their consumer lineup. So that's why we see so much innovation from the consumer line on DJI, because of the regulations and the restrictions put on them. Other manufacturers don't have that. Skydio can get military contracts. Autel really can't even do much here in the States from a government's perspective, but there's like 5 blue UAS groups that are really sort of controlling the outcome of the industry. And it's sort of unfortunate, but it's sort of like the mafia in a sense.
The reason why remote ID is going to exist in the first place is because of money.
Drone delivery.
That's right. That's right. Drone delivery.
Tube socks.
That's right.
Well, it'll be either drone delivery or the Uber of the air. Those are going to be the reasons why remote ID exists, because as we see it more and more frequently, we're moving to the point where there will be autonomous flight that is going to be the next level of air traffic, somewhere in between a helicopter and an airplane, these VTOLs that are capable of carrying humans. That's happening, and the only way to protect human life is if they monitor some of the air traffic that we'll call it rogue air traffic. That's probably not the best term for it, but we'll call it rogue air. I'm way too sober to be doing this. I don't understand.
You're making too much sense, Ken. You're making too much sense.
Yeah, you're making too much sense. It's pretty cool to hear.
I'm making
to hear you and make sense of it. That's
you know
nice.
you know what I mean. Like, they have to monitor it, and I know that like it sucks from a hobbyist perspective. But think about being on a plane, or think about being on one of these aircrafts that it's taking you, let's say, from your house to the doctor or a store, and you crack into a drone and you have to deploy some emergency mechanism. That's the reason why remote ID is there. They're sort of setting the groundwork for the future. And eventually, what's going to happen, new people and existing people in the hobby, it'll be a conversation that we'll no longer talk about because it'd just be a normalcy. I know people look at it like, hey, you're giving up a right. Yeah, you're sort of preserving things for the future. Whether you like to think of it that way or not, if they don't do something, eventually, they're not going to be able to progress.
Yeah, and here's the problem now.
Yeah.
So everything that Ken said, the hardcores are you're gonna get so much hate for everything you just said, even though they're all facts. Like, people just, like, even on my channel exists, there's no opinions whatsoever. Unsubscribed. That's BS.
It's one of those things where you don't have to really get behind something. You just have to understand the logic behind what is happening and why they are doing what they are doing. And and the reason why a lot of people that are not is the example that the rest of the world tends to follow for rules and regulations. So that's the reason why a lot of other countries and a lot of people that aren't even here, they get so up in arms when the United States starts making regulations, because they are in fear that those regulations will bleed over. And sometimes it does. I mean, I'm still thankful at the fact that we don't have like all these crazy restrictions on the frequencies that we can run here for the wattage, that we can fly. Like, we're not limited by the CE requirements, at least. So, I mean, that's a benefit, because I couldn't survive in a CE country. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yeah, I was looking for XJet in the chat when you said that.
Yeah, I mean, I like Bruce. Bruce is a nice guy, but like, the reality is, I mean, it's so in motion. The fight that should have been fought if nobody wanted this was long before remote ID was thought of. Like, the problem was we didn't have the right people on the DAC. We didn't have the right.
We didn't have anybody on the DAC. There's no
right beforehand. So when it's left up to the government, they're going to do what they think's best at that point. So it sucks, but that's just reality.
It does suck, and it especially sucks for those of us who remember all this, before time, the Wild West time. And, people, the general public, the YouTubes, and they're like, hey, I think I want to do that. I'll buy one for little 11-year-old Billy. And then they go and buy one. And then they find out, oh, they're actual aircraft. Even I thought they were just toys, because most people look at drones as toys, consumer size drones.
And that's the general consensus from most people, is that these are toys. There's no implications if something occurs. I mean, it's just weird. It's weird. It's weird, and every country is different in the way they perceive these aircrafts. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, they can do real damage.
They can. They can. And
They
you know,
can,
this
but
is
I
the
mean,
stuff
the
that,
vast
that we have
majority,
to
it
get
doesn't.
used to. We have to get used to
Yeah.
it. One of the things that I enjoy most is driving my internal combustion car. I really enjoy my rotary engine, and I would still drive it even if gas was $10, $15 a gallon. I would still do it. I would protest. I would complain. I would bitch about it, but I would still do it. At this point, I love flying drones. I love doing FPV. Nobody's going to stop me from doing it. Where I want to do it, I'm going to do it carefully.
And then that's the thing is that, you know, when you really think about it from a like 1,000-foot view, the way they would enforce this is going to be very difficult. But I think the problem is, like, you know, as online content creators, we're fish in a barrel for the FAA. I think the general person that wants to post videos to Facebook or just fly or whatever, and they don't want to comply with remote ID, they will never have a single problem. But for the me that are, you know, on the forward face, we're putting.
I tell everybody, don't film and post your own evidence.
Yeah.
You know, so jaywalking is illegal, right?
Right.
I do it. Have I been arrested for it? No. Will I continue to do it knowing it's illegal? Yes. Does this have anything to do with remote ID? No. Does it?
I mean, it's like being here in Vegas. I mean, hookers are technically illegal. It's more like frowned upon, but I mean,
I like your example better than jaywalking.
Nice.
I like that better.
I mean, everybody's got to work. So,
hey,
Support the economy.
where's Billy?
It's a good question. You know, to be honest with you, I really haven't seen him at all this event. I saw him a little bit today. They Dodge announced a Ram, an electric Ram truck, and I saw him for maybe about 15 minutes or so, and that was really it. You know, we're focusing on two different spectrums of stuff. I mean, he's doing some stuff with the electric vehicles and what have you. And then, you know, I've just been trying to track down drones. So I've been going all over the halls trying to find anything submersible or flyable or printable. And that's yeah. So we've just been on different spectrums. So that's where he's at.
He kind of flaked out on me at the Ocean City meet. Here's proof of that. Let's call Billy Kyle. See if those eyebrows are coming. No answer. He's dodging me.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time.
What a loser. Billy. We shall miss your eyebrows. Man. That's is he, should I call his people and have his people call my people? Is he too big now? He's too big?
May have to do that, man. I don't know. I know it's just busy. Like, I know, you know, he's training an employee. He's got an employee with him this trip, so he's training them.
Okay.
You know, so
I tell you what we can do.
Empire.
I tell you what we can do. We love Billy Kyle, and the eyebrows. So what I've done is I have his eyebrows here.
Okay.
I have his eyebrows right here, and if you will just hold still, let me just go ahead and hold on a second. Let me size them up. Hold on. Let me move them over, and there you go. Now those are actually Billy Kyle's eyebrows. You look good. There's something very Kyle about you.
They're
yeah,
quite fulfilling.
They are. Now let me go over here. Now I'm gonna have to make them a little.
Russ is gonna wear them well.
Russ. Let me put these up on your. Oh yeah, don't move. Okay, there they are. Okay, all right. You look good. Good. Oh, that's working. That's working, man. Yeah,
that's great.
Those are actually. It took me a minute in Photoshop to get his eyebrows. Let's
stick it out there. You really got to go.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get him over here. Hold on. I'm gonna make them a little bigger, and boom, there you go. Now line them up. You look good. So Billy's on here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, Billy. I'm gonna keep those on standby. Oh goodness. What's that? Oh, my producer that doesn't exist is telling me that we got a new sponsor. We got a new sponsor? Okay, the new sponsor is here.
But I do want to say one thing to Iflight before I close this video out, and I just want to say f you for your customer service, f you for your shoddy business practices, f you. I don't really care if I work with you. I'll buy your quads if I want to spot check it. F the influencers that just want to put their relationships with these companies first before the people that support them throughout the duration of their time on YouTube. So just and let's just say it in Chinese in case you didn't quite get it or understand it. Da. So one more time. Da Iflight. That's it. Stay original.
All right. So can you tell us anything about our new sponsor, Ken?
That they're very angry.
Yeah. Have they responded to your commercial?
Yes. Yeah.
Quite a bit, actually.
Yeah. They.
Yeah. Go on. Go on.
You know, it was pretty much all over like all the FPV Facebook groups, and it's like 50-50 split. Like I know a lot of people are focused so much on the crash, and not.
Well, give a little
blocking-
backstory
yes.
to those who don't know what prompted this.
Yeah, so what prompted this was I was provided a aircraft from Iflight, and during the first, just sort of dumbfounded. I'm like, nothing should have caused that. Like nothing that occurred should have caused that. And you know, I started reaching out to them, and then they started making excuses for the situation. And I was sort of like, okay, I just lost a $400 GoPro, $150 battery. I get I lost their drone, but to be real, they probably had like maybe $200 in parts. So we'll call it a $400 loss if we subtract the battery. And I said, you know, hey, you guys, what do you want to do with this review? Because the way it sits right now, if I review it, I'm just going to say it fell out of the air because that's what it did. And then they said, well, we'll send you another one, but we're not going to send you the one with the 03. We want you to take one of your air units and put it in there. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that because you wouldn't ask a customer to do that. And they kept pushing on that, like, oh, we can't do that. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. And then they kept giving me all these reasons and speculations as to what happened. Now your goggles record a log from the air unit, telemetry from the device. So basically they contradicted themselves because they said that power was lost to the air unit. That's what they said in their email back from the manager, is that they analyzed the logs. They told me that power was lost.
So they were trying to blame the build.
They were trying to blame the air unit, but power was lost from the air unit. Like the air unit lost power. So what controls the power? Either you have a voltage regulator, we lost the BEC, or Mads Tech brought up another point. There's an anti-spark device on these. And he said it could have been the anti-spark failed. And he said, because if any one of those grounds come off the anti-spark, you're going to lose power to the entire quad. We'll never know because it hit the water, but he's fairly confident that it wasn't the air unit. I'm fairly confident it wasn't the air unit. It wasn't a fail-safe because we lost video first. So, you know, that's basically everything. So I gave them all that, and they still were like fighting back and forth with me. And at this point, I'm still being nice to them. And then I forgot what she said to me in the email, and I just lost it. I lost it, and I was just like, all right, the horns are out. We're not playing any more games. You either want to send the drone or you don't. I said, but either way, I'm going to make this video. Like, it wasn't like I said, I'm going to make this video if you don't send it. It was getting made. I already made up my mind. I'm like, I'm burning this bridge to the ground, and I'm going to burn the horse, the car, and any subsequent traffic that's coming over that bridge.
Yeah.
So I just made up a decision that was it. So, you know, when I made that video, the owner of Iflight just lost his mind, and he's like, but you know, as the story came out, like I would get messages from dozens of other people that had similar experiences, customers, similar experiences, that Iflight just ghosted them with support, didn't help them, or I can't tell you how many people said, oh, I bought their Cinelifter and it was complete crap and we had to send it back to get fixed. Oh, and by the way, I lost a $1,200 camera on it. And, you know, like one guy told me he almost quit the hobby because he lost his gear, and Iflight basically blamed it back on him. So, you know, the thing is, they make amazing bind-and-fly quads, right? They make amazing bind-and-fly quads. They make very intuitive, out-of-the-box experiences. But it's everything that you have to go through after that fact that's a problem. when you build a bind and fly and you sell it as a complete kit, you take responsibility for all those components. Even though, let's say if the air unit did fail, that should never be a burden of the purchaser. Iflight as themselves should go to DJI and say, hey, we had a unit fail. We're going to bill you for that unit. We're going to take care of our customer because they bought our quad, but we're going to handle this with you as our stocking level, and we're going to need reimbursement. There needs to be an agreement. You know what I mean?
It's like if you buy a BMW and they're using a Mercedes turn signal stock in their car, BMW will fix that, even though it's not their part.
Right. It's not their responsibility, but you represent your company. And the biggest problem I have with FPV as a whole is that customer service, when something breaks or pops or damages, it all gets pushed back on the end user, and then you're playing. It looks like that Spider-Man meme where everybody says "not my fault" and everybody's pointing at one another. Nobody wants to take care of it. There's very few companies that have exceptional customer support in the FPV industry. It usually what happens is the onus falls back on the seller. So like it'll be like, race day quads or get FPV. It becomes their decision how they're going to take care of the customer. But what usually happens is you have to almost get irate to have an issue resolved, which is not really fair. It should never have to come to that. It should always be able to be dealt with diplomatically. But more often than not, what I'm seeing is that there's a push blame, and it's just not right for people buying. That makes people not want to buy. That makes people not want to do this hobby. So that needs to get rectified. And maybe I could be wrong, but I'm not going to apologize to Iflight.
You shouldn't, Ken. You stand your ground.
I mean, it was a big ordeal. I think it's pretty much done at this point. They said their piece, I said my piece, and they put out a bunch of misinformation. And you know what? Mads Tech corrected them on that. I don't think they like that, but he corrected them on that, and hopefully, it goes away.
Shifting gears.
Yeah.
By the way, if anybody has any questions for anybody, please put it in the chat. I think, are we done buffering now? For now?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Yep.
good.
Sure.
So Russ, I guess anybody have you gotten this email?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you click on it to get my report?
Yep.
I did not.
You didn't.
I didn't.
Okay. Well, for those who didn't click on it, I don't want to stir stuff up, but it's you know how when Google once in a while will show you where you've been. They'll be like, "Hey, here's where you've been. We know where you've been. We're watching you." It's kind of creepy in that way.
Yeah.
That DJI will send you this fly report. Well, when you do click on it, it has this creepy, ominous music, right? and then you have to agree to this and that, and we're gonna take your firstborn, and we need a semen sample and all this other stuff, and then you hit click close, because when you activate your account, you choose whether or not you want to participate and this and that, and well, this is what you get when you participate. So it tells you so many facts about your first flight this year and that year, and how many minutes you spent in the air, but
that is creepy.
The music is super ominous and creepy. It's almost, you spent 245. When you pack your bags, there's only space for your drone. You've traveled together 10 cities in the past year. We know where you've been. We're watching you. We're DJI. Your thoughts on that? Is it creepy? I think it's creepy.
Oh, some of it's kind of cool, but yeah, it's a little concerning, all the data they're collecting. So
yeah.
But I mean, everything's collecting our data, so
that's true. That is true. This back to the remote ID stuff.
Yeah.
There's always going to be that component of people that are like, I live off the grid. I'm doing the accent. I can because I'm in Tennessee. I live off the grid. I poop in the bucket. I'm not even on the sewer system in my city. I don't want the government in my business. That kind of thing. There's always going to be that kind of person who is just is not because. But if you live in the world like a normal person, every just about 80% of your day, you're being surveilled, you're being tracked by something or other. So,
Got a cell phone pretty much monitored at this point.
Yeah. But my recent video about the Avata where you have to plug in order to take off, I mean, again,
it's a pain in the ass.
It is a pain in the ass. Now, you don't need a cell signal. You need GPS.
You need GPS, yeah.
But you'd think that because the goggles need the GPS.
Yeah.
You would think that the GPS from the drone itself would just talk to the goggles and say, here we are.
Yeah.
Right?
Not that intuitive. It's not that intuitive, apparently.
Well, the Goggles 3 have this, I'm sure.
One could only hope. Who knows where they go with it from here at this point, the way they're cranking out products.
Well, now the 03 unit for FPV doesn't have any requirements for. Okay.
No, there's no GPS in there. There's no requirement. But that's not to say they couldn't make they could make a compliant version of the air unit if they really wanted to. They could make one. But as of right now, it doesn't look like there's any plans for that, and they just you fly as you are.
Can they do a firmware update for the 03 unit that will somehow ground you if you don't do something or other? Okay.
No.
So
because think about it like this: there's nothing communicating wirelessly on the 03 air unit. It's not like ad hocing a cell service. The only way it knows if it needs an update is if you physically plug it in. If you never plug it in, then you're perfectly fine. And a lot of times when you buy the air units, they're on the oldest of firmware. They could be manufactured today and they have the original firmware. I don't know if it's preloaded on those boards or what, but yeah.
So what is my Avata doing when it's pinging my location, and what's it doing with that information?
I have no idea where that information is going. I don't know how they're processing it. I mean, I would say probably as of right now, nothing's happening with that data. But I would venture to believe that as we move forward into compliancy, you can't help but think somebody would spot check that or something. Or let's say somebody reports you to the FAA, you're a content creator. The FAA says, okay, well, let's go back and look at this, see if we can't track this flight or figure out when this date occurred. I mean, they can probably get a roundabout idea, maybe. I don't know. I mean, even still, it's such a gray area. I don't know what they can really do with it. It's not like a red light camera, because red light cameras are a camera, right? You don't know who's piloting the aircraft at that point. You don't know it's not like we're putting in a PIN number to take off and they're like, oh yeah, well, so-and-so entered this PIN number. We know that was Ken. They don't know. So a lot of loopholes, a lot of loopholes in the whole thought process with it.
So what happens after they're just going to keep pushing the date back? Because what is it? September what? 10th? What is it?
September
23rd, I think.
Well, the compliancy for manufacturers is already occurring. It was December for manufacturers. So now it's on the onus of the pilots that fly. So that'll be September 2023. 2023, I believe, Russ.
Yeah, I think it's the 23rd of 23.
23.
That's what I remember.
So we got little less than a year, I guess. But we'll see if it gets pushed back again. It may not. I don't know. It's one of those things I don't want to think about.
Yeah.
It's like paying tax. It's like paying taxes. You got to do it, but you don't want to think about it.
I don't want to think about it. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. Now I got to pay my taxes.
But
thanks a lot.
Yeah, right. Jot that down. But you know what? In the end, flying drones is more fun than whatever annoyances you have to do in order to fly them, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, that's true, but I mean, and to argue like what XJet would argue is that you give them an inch, they take a mile, and they just keep making it. They keep adding these hurdles on the track that you got to keep jumping over. And eventually what's going to happen as you look back behind you as you're running through this track, you're going to see people that didn't make that hurdle, and they're laying on their face because they couldn't hit that next hurdle, but whether it be a cost point or an effort point.
They keep moving the goalpost. Here's the thing about XJet, and I hope he's watching, and I love you, XJet, but XJet, part of his charm is that he is continually surprised that government entities don't apply logic.
Yeah.
He's like, what? So I love you, XJet, but don't be surprised. It's the government.
Yeah, there's no logic. They don't need logic to do whatever
No.
it is that they want, apparently. So
Yeah. So in both you guys' opinion, I'll start with you, Ken. 10 years from now, where is remote ID? 10 years from now, where is it?
I think at that point, I think it's integrated into the flight control. It's integrated in flight controls. 10 years from now, who knows if we're even flying drones? Maybe at that point, we're actually piloting shit. Maybe it's more fun to actually get in something and fly it like a vehicle. I mean, we don't know. I mean, hopefully, it's something similar. It's so hard to say. I mean, technology moves at a blink of an eye. It's really hard today. I would just say I hate looking so far ahead. I'm learning the older I get to stop looking so far ahead and just take it day by day, because it's a lot easier to digest life that way, and it's a lot easier to enjoy. So I wouldn't even look that far ahead. I would just try to go day by day and plan it that way, or at least month by month. Smaller chunks of life are a lot better.
Russ, your thoughts?
Live in the moment. Good job, Ken. You've changed.
I don't know what's happening to me. It's these sobering moments. I'm here.
I know you're in Vegas. You're not drunk. What is going on with you?
You know what it is? It's that new little baby.
I may send her. You guys may be my alibis today, because I'm going to send her the stream so she can understand that I'm actually doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Oh, is the wife worried? Is she worried?
She it is. You go to Vegas, she's home with the kids, and
right.
she's a saint. She's home with the kids, and she's holding down the fort, and I'm out here, and it's like, you'd think it'd be all fun, but it's not. Like, it was a rough get-go, delayed flights. They screwed up the rental car. It's been a weird couple of days, but we made it and we had a great day. So what more can you ask for?
So Russ, 10 years from now.
10 years from now, we're not even gonna recognize it. I don't think flying drones is gonna be much, much different than we do right now. Just because, like Ken said, the technology is just advances so quickly. VR is gonna be bigger and bigger. I think that might be part of it. I don't know as far as will the recreational drone industry still exist? I don't know. I sure hope so. Not only for my sake, for having fun, but also for my channel and for the future of 51 Drones and all of us. But I think that we'll advance our content along with the technology. And but yeah, I don't think we'll be flying drones like we are now. I don't know how it's going to be. Maybe it'll be with the computer. We can fly virtually or whatever. I don't know.
The thing, Russ, is you can change your name to No Drones.
I could. Yeah, that's right. Zero drones.
Right.
Yeah.
I think how things are going to change in the next 2 or 3 years is going to be battery technology. And by the way, isn't anybody else excited that we've discovered fission or fusion? Fusion.
Yeah.
Yeah. The power of the stars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's going to change the world. Yep. Motor technology, anything. I'll be the first to adapt the 3D pop-up scratch and sniff hologram YouTube channel, not this 2D business that we're doing now.
I'm gonna tell you what, dude. I'm going full on, and I'm watching Jeff. My buddy Jeff's with me. I got to show you. This is the funniest shit, dude. We were talking about VR.
Yeah.
This is Jeff from Skybrowse. He's with me. He's over here deep in VR land.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the next step. Then we'll just get like storage units and live in there and have a recliner with a bathroom on it, and then we never move, and we'll be just.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm still enamored by it. I'm absolutely enamored by it. But I do have to do this. I do have to go. I have Lon sitting at the airport waiting for me because he got delayed. So I'm gonna go pick up Lon. Lon, baby, I'm coming for you, bro.
One more thing before you leave. You said that I look like someone that was on your stream briefly, Ken Torbeck.
Oh my God.
Don't look like him at all.
I think it was because it was buffering a little bit, but it sort of looked like you. And his name was Ken. I'm like, man, that's Ken. We thought it was. I had been drinking.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm going to show you. I found my doppelganger a couple weeks ago. I was in a restaurant. And I looked across, and I had my girlfriend take a picture of me standing next to this dude. You're going to be like, double exposure? No, I'm the one on the right.
Oh, wow.
That's a real dude I found in a bar. And I I will admit, his profile looks like me a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You're the one on the right.
I'm the one on the right.
Even.
Yeah.
Even the glasses are the
Stunt
same.
double, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was sitting there going, I'm sitting here. How am I over there? You know? And then
Wow.
I walked up and I said, my girlfriend thinks that you look like me. And he was like, oh, hell.
Wow, that's crazy.
So awesome, Ken. Thank you so much for your time and your expertise and for being on with us.
Thanks for having me. And Russ, I'll see you later, buddy. Russell.
I'll send you a new sweatshirt. That one on your last video is all faded.
You know what, though? It's my lucky sweatshirt, Russ. Anything you send me, I cherish.
All right, buddy.
See you, bud.
Bye.
Thanks.
Later.
All right.
See ya.
Oh man, it's a shame that we didn't get Billy in there, but
Yeah, I wonder
Ken's always
what
fun.
he's doing. What's Billy doing?
I
Come
don't know.
on,
I
man.
have no idea what he's doing.
What could be more important?
What could be? Just very quickly, I have a video that I want to play from Lambo Drives a Zambo. It's you know, I send out prizes all the time, and I apologize. After the holidays, I have some prizes sitting there. I have to get to the post office tomorrow. But this is a follow-up on a prize. Check this out.
Thanks, Ken Heron. You're the best. Oh, and thank you, Freewell, as well.
Yeah, Freewell gear. There you go. So that's just a quick video. I rarely get a thank you from anybody.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Freewell's great.
They are great. So how much more time you got, Russ?
Excuse me. Well, whatever you need, Ken. I'm here for
Oh,
you.
awesome. All right. 5-hour live stream. Cool. I do have some other videos that I want to share from viewers. There's something else I've been meaning to do. What is I going to do? What is it? Yeah, I was going to do. Let me go over here. I just want to make sure that we're not buffering. Got some more super chats in. Let me just thank them very quickly. Not Ken Heron, back again with $2. Ken, you look a lot like Ken. Thank you. Metro Drones, $20. Happy New Year, droners. Jimmy J, been a member for 26 months. Thank you very much. He says, Dobo, anything weird in the alley this year?
Oh, yeah.
In the alley?
They lost it. Something went on in the alley. What was that again? What happened
A lot of
last
weird
year?
things happen in the alleys.
I remember a video of him in the alley.
Stuff at CES. I imagine not. As if there's only
You know what?
one drone there. One drone company.
You know what
they
I
could
bet
find.
is there? I bet you there's
What?
some counter drone companies there.
Oh, there's always like these big, huge guns bigger
Yeah.
than a person. We're gonna bring down the drones. We'll make you safe from all the drones.
Yeah.
Hey, Russ, do you like Bush?
I prefer
Yeah.
not so much Bush, but
Oh, but do you like? Oh no, I'm sorry. Do you like
Bush beer?
Anheuser-Busch? Anheuser-Busch.
Bush Light.
That's
yeah.
what I meant. I don't know what you
Yeah,
were
yeah.
talking about, but
Yeah, no, I like
okay.
Bush. Yeah.
This is from Brad Henderson, and this is Anheuser-Busch in St. Louis, Missouri. It says, hello, Ken. Anheuser-Busch Brewery is located just a few miles south of the city of St. Louis. Has elaborate red brick buildings with rounded arches, embellished cornices, and roof line. And this time of year, the architecture is amplified by more than 1 million twinkling lights known as the brewery lights. He used the Air 2S, and of course the music is by Epidemic Sound. Brad Henderson. That's pretty cool.
Nice job, Brad.
Heck yeah. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Brad Henderson. Appreciate that.
Jazzy.
And just
Jazzy,
for the
jazzy.
record, I too like Bush, but I'm not a beer drinker. Ladies. I just get demonetized. All right, I'm gonna let you choose between the next viewer video here, Russ.
All right.
Do you want to see a Mini 2 crash or a Nevada crash?
Mini 2 crash.
Mini 2 crash. Let's do that.
Yeah.
And by the way, you can send in your videos here for next time. KenHeronUpload@gmail.com. Just send me a link to something streaming, not a big, huge file. And make sure to let me know what your music source is. If you need music, Epidemic Sound, free trial links in the description. Hundreds of thousands of music choices and sound effects and everything Epidemic sound. Everything else is crap. Russ knows that's true. So,
Love epidemic sound.
I am still accepting for Drone Crash Volume 9. I've got quite a few really good ones. Again, if you want to send in your crashes, you can send it here, kenheronupload@gmail.com. So this is from Tobias. And it's really quite beautiful. Here he is, crashing in the forest. He says he lost signal in the fog, but in the end, I foggin' found it after a 2-hour search in the forest. Only the gimbal got broken. That is right time, right place right there.
Yeah.
Look at that. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Hang on, we're going in, we're going in! Oh. Tobias, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, well.
I can't believe he found it in that.
Yeah, well, doesn't the Air 2S have like a Find My Drone thing?
Yeah, it's got the beeper, but to even get close, like, he must have been pretty close to it.
Yeah, I mean, you can plot it on a map, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you've lost a drone before, and you knew exactly where it was, but you couldn't get it. Why is that? Why is that,
a really
Russ?
long net I could have had it. 97-foot long net.
Do you still go out in that body of water and think about your drone at the bottom?
Yeah, last summer we went out to that same spot, but
yeah,
all I could do is wave.
Do you think it's there? How deep is it there?
97 feet.
97 feet.
Yep.
So one day in the future, archaeologists will find it.
Yeah.
And
probably.
And the card will be fine, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's watch a Nevada crash.
Okay.
All right. This is from Rob Mester. He says, "This is my Avada crash." Thanks for the very descriptive email. Appreciate it. Oh, that's a lot of scraggle, man. Oh, that one. Oh. Stay on the path. Stay on the path. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's a shame.
Avada crashes aren't that exciting because they crash all the time and you just pick it up and keep flying, you know?
And most of the time.
Most of the time. I mean, they are abducted drones, so they have a better chance. But they also have a better chance of hanging way up high in a tree. Yeah.
Like some kind of ornament. Yeah. Okay. All right. I have to share this video. This is from Fly High FPV, and this is what he did over the holiday. And I joined him for this kind of shenanigans in Alabama 4 or 5 months ago. Now, Russ, I know you don't do FPV, but tell me this doesn't look fun.
Okay.
All right. So this was done on a closed course. Private property. Nobody was injured. No houses burned down. No drones were harmed. Is this so fun? If I didn't know how to fly FPV, I would learn just so I could do this. Yeah. Your thoughts?
That's freaking awesome.
Isn't it?
That is really cool.
Double barrel Roman candle fun. Yeah! Woo!
Wow, that's pretty cool.
That's intense. That is so great. Oh, man. Thank you, Dave, for sending that. Russ, you look like, are you falling asleep, buddy? I thought that would wake you up.
No, but you know what happened? My battery died, and I switched it out while that was happening, and you guys didn't even notice. So I was pretty happy about that.
On your microphone?
On my camera.
Oh, on your camera?
Yeah.
Is this a different camera?
No, I just
Different
I didn't
battery.
plug it in.
Oh.
I didn't plug it in.
Oh, you plugged
I usually
it in.
plug it in.
Oh, okay, all right.
So the battery went dead, so I switched it out, and yeah, it didn't even lose connection. That's
Pretty
cool.
smooth, Russ. Pretty smooth. You're a pro.
Bro.
You are a pro. So I have 2 videos left from you guys.
Yep.
And the viewer video is really, really cool. Literally cool. But this one is from Talman Murphy. He said I did a recent flight on Martin Lake with a bunch of birds. Enjoy this. A bunch of pelicans. Russ, do you fly near birds? I'm more terrified to fly near like a whole bunch of birds than I am anything else.
I do. I have a lot of birds where I fly. A lot of seagulls, actually.
And they're so unpredictable because they'll just fly right in the drone. They don't care.
Yep.
But shots like this, you can
That's
risk
pretty.
it for the biscuit. Yeah.
Pelicans are mean birds.
Are they?
Yeah, very mean. Very, very mean.
A heron bird can kick a pelican's ass, though.
And they'll eat anything.
Yeah, a heron bird will eat a pelican.
No, pelicans will eat anything.
No,
They'll try to eat a raccoon.
Really?
Yeah.
I think a pelican's more fodder for a heron. I think a heron could kick it. Somebody look it up. Let's look it up. Let's look it up together. I have to know. Let's see. Let me go over to the Google. We have to know right now. All right. Can a heron kick a pelican's ass? Could a pelican swallow a cat or a little dog? It's not going to tell me.
No herons on there.
No, but herons they'll just, if it fits in their mouth, they'll eat it, which is true with me as well. Thank you, Talman, for sending that in. Should we just go ahead and do the viewer video of the week?
I want to see it. Sounds like it's a pretty good one.
It is. It's short, and I'll play it twice if you want me to. But the winner of the Freewell Gear filters, and I thank them very much for continuing to be a sponsor of the show and the channel, is, and make sure you go to freewellgear.com. Paul Slath. It's got Paul Slathug. Slathug? Slathug. Oh, goodness. Paul Slathug. I'm a little parched. There we go. All right. Russ, you live up there, around up there like that in the great white north up there. You've seen, you know what a snow dog is?
A snow dog.
A sun dog. A sun dog?
Sun dog. We get sun dogs very often here. Yes.
Do you? How long do they last? Have you ever had a chance to?
All day long if it's really cold. Like last week when it was 20 below.
Yeah.
From sunrise to sundown.
All right. Well, this is from Paul. He says, hey, Ken, we just had a blizzard after the temperatures dropped to below negative 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds were 30 miles an hour, wind chill negative 40. But I saw this out my window. I had to make a short video. Shot with my Mavic 3. This thing is a beast. Hope you like it and stay warm. Paul, so this is a viewer video of the week. I've never seen one of these in person.
No way, really?
Never. I've seen the Aurora. Never seen a sundog. That would freak me out, I think.
Yeah, looks like 3 suns.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty awe-inspiring.
Wow. That is so cool.
Yep.
That is so cool. And that was really short. You want to see it again?
Sure.
All right, here
Nice.
you go. Yeah. So these will last all day? Russ?
Yeah, all day. If it stays cold and if there's still enough ice crystals, yep.
Huh. Why do they call them sun dogs?
That's a good question.
They don't look like dogs. Does that look like North Dakota?
It really does. Yep.
Have you ever lived in a warm environment?
Wyoming was as warm as I've lived, so.
Where?
Wyoming. So not much warmer.
Huh.
Yep.
Have you traveled to warm places?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Where you been? South Dakota. I've been to South Dakota.
I went to Rapid City, South Dakota.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've been all over. It's just not recently, but yeah.
Okay.
California, Texas, Florida.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's about all I have. Other than, well, of course, we've got to talk about RemotePilot101.com. Remote Pilot 101. Wait, there you go. Now you can see my hand. .com. How long have you been Part 107 there, Russ?
4.5 years,
Okay. All right.
I think. Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Pretty sure.
And did you study with RemotePilot101.com?
I did not.
You didn't. And that's why you failed the first 3 times. Go to
No.
RemotePilot101.com. Go with me. Use Heron 18.
Okay.
Now, I did fail the first
Did you
time.
really?
Yes, because I believe the FAA on their website, they said everything you need to pass this test
right
is here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crap.
Liars! Don't trust the government. They will switch things up.
Yep.
There's a lot of new stuff coming out if you're gonna take your initial test. It does cost like $165 or something like that, or something crazy like that. If you fail,
Worth it.
the test, you have to pay that again. So make sure you get all of the knowledge that you can soak in with Jason Shapert and RemotePilot101.com. He's got sample questions on there, and if the FAA comes up with some trickery in their questions, well, they will make new lessons for you to learn from that. They keep it all updated. Use Heron 18 to get 30% off, and it knocks it down to about $104. RemotePilot101.com. If you're going to sell your footage, you want to be a business with your drone legally, get your 14 CFR Part 107. Just like Russ did with RemotePilot101.com.
I think everybody should.
Because Russ
Eventually.
loves RemotePilot101.com. Don't you, Russ? Yes, he does.
I'm sorry, what? You're cutting out.
Oh. Is it 175 now? Did they up it?
Is it really?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
When I took it, it was 155. Now it's 175?
155 for me too, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. After you take your initial test,
Yeah, it's free.
I took the first test in 2016, then 2018, and I think you had to take it again in 2020, didn't you?
Yeah.
It was close. Anyway,
Yeah, it was
I
right
took-
before they switched it.
before they switched. Now you can take your initial, and once you have that, well, you can just forget everything, and then because the retest, they won't let you fail it.
Open book.
Yeah. But once you get your 107, you're just a hop, skip, and a jump away from becoming a man pilot. You get all that knowledge. You can read sectional charts, can't you?
I can read a METAR now. I can go fly a plane.
Yeah. Heck yeah. And by the way, I'm going to be going to Ocala, Florida soon to hang out with Jason Shapert at M0A. And we're going to see if Drone Pilot can land a plane, an actual real plane.
Really?
Yes, with just the instructions from the tower.
No way.
Like say something happened to the pilot and all you have on board is a drone pilot.
No
Now
way.
Jason
You
will
gotta
be sitting next to me.
Sure,
He'll be there,
okay.
but he's going to have his hands like this and he's going to be talking to me. So he can't point to any gauges. He can't say, look at that. He's going to be like this. And just as if I was talking to the tower in an emergency situation, your throttle should be a knob,
I can't wait
over
to
there.
see that.
Oh yeah, but of course he'll be there so we can grab. But taking off and landing—that's the hard part. Landing, especially.
I always knew Shepard was a pretty bold and confident man, but he's got to have some big balls.
Not even my idea. It was his idea. Doing the plane. I'm like, okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So that'll be soon and fun.
That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it is.
I was in a simulator once.
You were?
Yeah, B-52 bomber.
A B-52 simulator?
The nukes, yeah.
Like from the 40s kind of simulator or a new simulator?
Original B-52 simulator that they trained on, that they still train on today.
Really?
For the B. Yeah.
And how bad did you crash it?
What? I don't think we ever crashed it.
You didn't?
No, I don't think we did. But it's kind of cool because they show you, where do you want to go? Well, let's fly over Minot Air Force Base because that's where we live. So you get to fly over and the buildings are the same. Like it's really cool.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a good experience. I took my son and he got to sit in there. That was a few years ago. So he was probably, I don't know, I guess he was probably 7 or 8 years old. And he was
cool.
He enjoyed it.
So now you're qualified to drop nukes on other countries.
That's right. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Russ. So what's coming up on your 51 Drones channel that we should be checking out?
I took quite a bit of time off, took a couple of weeks off of just drop everything and just enjoy family time, just like a lot of people do. And so I got to get back into the groove. I'm going to be doing, I got a few product reviews, some, here, this is good. Master Airscrew is one of my favorite companies, and I'll be doing a review on the Mini 3 props they just sent me.
Okay. So you just kind of took it easy over the holiday? Didn't kind of do anything?
Took it really easy.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't do any content creation at all. It was kind of nice.
How do you have more subscribers than me? I've been killing myself trying to get stuff out there. It must be your beautiful face. It's probably your beautiful face. That's what it is. Yeah.
Rosy cheeks and bald head. Yeah.
It's all those pity subs because they know you live in North Dakota.
Yeah, and I hope to do some more commercial drone type stuff, reviews of some more commercial drones. You know what I really hope? I hope I have an opportunity. There's rumors flying out there about the Inspire 3. I don't know if they're true or not, but man, would I love to fly that.
That would
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah. Hey, if you get a hold of that, I'll come to North Dakota.
Yeah, we should do that.
Would you let me do that with you?
I would. God, I think that'd be so fun. Yeah. I get to fly a T40, Agris T40 here in a few weeks. A friend of a friend got one, so hopefully he lets me try it out. That'll be kind of cool. But no, I don't know. Just keep up with the remote ID stuff and the privacy stuff because I love engagement. Even though it's negative engagement, it's still fun to see some of the comments.
Right.
Yeah, it's always entertaining.
You and I have never met in person.
No, sir.
And I met Jake Sloan from Alaska last year or whatever. And I was very surprised to see that he was freakishly tall.
He's a pretty tall kid.
Super tall. How tall are you?
I'm only 5'11" now. I shrunk. 5'11".
Oh, are you?
Yep.
Okay. Well, you're probably a half inch taller than me. So I would have thought. We should have asked the people who they thought was taller before we did that. That would have been fun because you never know until you go meet these people. Like Jeff Sills. Okay. All right. Who do you think is taller in the chat? Me or Jeff Sills? Let me know. Who do you think is taller? Me or Jeff Sills?
I would guess you. Slightly. Yep.
Let's see what people are saying. Let's see what our 17 people watching are saying. There is a bit of a lag. Feel free to super chat it with a $100 super chat. We'll get that right on right away. All right, so people are saying Jeff, you,
everyone's
Jeff, Ken,
saying
Jeff. Yeah, Howard Stern is taller for sure. Jeff is actually taller than me.
Really?
Yeah, by like an inch or two. Yeah, and when I first met him, I had been talking to him for years, online. And when I first met him, I was like, "Oh, well, that's surprising." I thought I'd be taller than him as well. Yeah. You know who else is super tall? Ed Ricker.
Oh.
Yep. and Greg Coonert in Australia. He's like he's taller than anybody.
How about Aldrin from Flight Path? Have you ever met him in person?
Yes. I think I'm taller than him.
Oh,
yeah. You would think that people with more subscribers would be taller than the people.
Taller.
That's right. Like you should be taller than me by at least 10,000 inches. Anyway, that'll be about it. That's enough of that.
Enjoyed the show half as much as you would have if it had been twice as good.
Oh, what a fun show! Even with the stupid YouTube buffering. Yep. Thank you to Ken Dono. Thank you to Billy Kyle's Eyebrows for showing up. And thank you, Russ from 51 Drones, for being the co-host tonight. I know you had to preempt some of your plans to be here, and I really do appreciate it. We really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. And thanks to everybody for supporting the channel as you have. More adventures to come. I have been out and I've done things. I haven't just sat around on my duff like some people. Until next time, buh.
And bye.
Love you, Russ.
Yeah, see ya.
jerky, the killer can process meat. Enjoy pigeon jerky, and you'll give your family a treat. It's got this nutrition to help them grow, and it's full of fiber to make them go. You'll enjoy pigeon jerky.
The killer can process meat. Yeah. That was so funny.
You'll enjoy Thursday Night Live with Ken Heron and Kelly, Jeff and Bo Shark too. There'll be fun and quizzes and Kelly's misses. The bird is the word in the news. It's the #1 live stream, it's got pizzazz. There's only one rule, don't fart in the rats. If you think it's funny, super chat some money, 'cause TNL is here for you. Yeah! You'll enjoy Thursday Night Live with Ken Heron and Kelly, Jeff and Bo Shark too. There'll be fun and quizzes and Kelly's misses. The bird is the word in the news.